Welcome back, everyone. On this episode, I'm going to be filling you in on everything that happened when I took the S10 to the drag strip. You're not going to want to miss it. So a little while ago, I decided to take the S10 to the drag strip to find out exactly how fast it would run in the quarter mile. I've got a drag strip that's relatively local to me and went there one Friday night. It was a little warm, but I was really excited to go. This is my first time ever that I've actually gone to a drag strip because I've never had anything fast enough to actually take down the drag strip. The S10 was the perfect thing, and I finally had it ready to go and see exactly how fast it would run. The first pass I made wasn't the best. Like I said, I've never been on a drag strip before, and this was the very first time. So when I got up to the line, I wasn't sure what was happening. It took me a little bit to creep up to the beams, and I didn't know what RPM to leave at. I didn't know anything. So what happened, and you'll see in this clip, is that the tire spun really bad. I left with way too much RPM, and ultimately it did go down the track after I finally got some traction, and it ran 14:58 at 106 miles an hour. My very first pass, I broke 15. I was pretty happy about it. The next pass I made, I learned a little bit. I didn't have so much RPM to go at the start, and I ran 14,125. So I started to improve just on my second pass. It was a big improvement of almost half a second from the first pass I made that night.
Approaching the first hole. There's the top set of yellows. There's the bottom set of
It really helps me. I actually ran 1390. I broke into the 13s. Again, this is my very first night I've ever been drag racing. And very first time I've ever taken the S10 on a track. And I did not have slicks either. I was running street tires when I went to the track this time. So I ran 1390 at another 106 miles an hour. Next pass, again, running better. I got 13:53 the next time I went out. after I had taken some breaks, I decided that I wanted to take the air filter off the S10 because I knew that during the dyno, the S10 made about 20 more horsepower without the air filter on. So I figured that could have hurt me, so I decided to find out what exactly it would run. When I did that, I ran a 13.5, but it also picked up almost an entire mile an hour and went 107 when I took the air filter off. After a few more passes, I was able to get down to 13.27 at 107 miles an hour still. So I kept getting progressively better and better throughout the night. One thing I didn't know, being a first-time drag racer, was I didn't know on street tires you're not supposed to run through the water. Once I figured that out, I really started knocking some time off. Then came the best pass of the night. I was so happy. So I'm in the lane, and next to me is this Camaro. And we both take off. I'm doing a little bit better, feeling pretty good about it. Had a really good start off the line. And the Camaro was a little bit ahead of me the entire time. So naturally, I thought he was going to go in the 12s and I was going to continue to do low 13s like I had been through the night. I pull off onto the turn road, grab my slip. I take a look at the slip and I'm reading it and I see, oh, all right, 13.16 at 110. I'm thinking, that's really weird. 110, that's really fast for what I had been running through the night. I finally looked in the lanes and I realized that what I was looking at was gray, and my number, it had a 12 there. I ran 12.97 at almost 109 miles an hour. I was ecstatic. I was so happy. I didn't think that truck had 12s in it. I had just gone into the night thinking, you know what, if I just run 13s, I'll be pretty happy. That's pretty much what I thought the truck would run. And I didn't think that I would even touch 12. Not in the current setup with the street tires I had. Slicks, I definitely think I would have been able to hit 12 much sooner with slicks. But with street tires, that was totally out of the realm. And I did it. I hit 12.97. I could not believe it. Best pass of the night. Very first night I've ever drag raced before in my life, and I run a 12-second pass. Very first time I take the S10 out, 12-second pass at 109 miles an hour. I can't tell you how cool of a feeling it was to be going down the track and seeing the speedometer just pegged, because the speedometer only goes to 100, so it was just pegged. I was going down the track. I mean, it was an indescribable feeling, and I couldn't believe it. After that pass, I ran a few more. I could never get back into the high 12s like I did on that golden pass that I had. I continued to run close to the low 13s, 13.2. I had missed a shift pass. I ran 13.5. And then last pass of the night, I ran 13.1 at 108 miles an hour. So overall, it was a really good night for me. Like I said, I had never drag raced before in my life. I'd never taken the S10 drag racing before, and I ran a 12-second pass. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick summary of me and the first time I've ever been drag racing and what the S10 did. If you did like it, please remember to like and subscribe the video. It really helps me out, and thanks for watching.